do you ever slightly forget that you're going to put a scarf on?
And that's actually a form of charity, is to smile at people.
If I was to wear a scarf, I think I'd just have to be black.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well, inshallah. Today we have my lovely mum with us again.
Hello, hi.
She's back for another video. It's been a while since you've been on.
Hasn't it? Yeah.
I have picked a really good video for us today. We're going to watch another Mufti Menk video.
Oh, that's nice. I like him.
Mum loves
Who doesn't?
Mum loves watching Mufti Menk videos. I think that you just find him so easy to understand, don't
Yes.
you? He's really relatable.
He speaks so clearly as well, and yeah, no, he's good. I like him.
Yeah, I do as well. So this video is called Mufti Menk Silenced an Entire Christian School with One Answer. So this will be really interesting to see what he has to say. So let's begin the video, inshallah.
One day, I was invited to a Christian school to speak, and it was a girls' school. So I went to speak to them, and the first question they told me is, why do you have a beard? Why do you have a beard? So I said, what do you mean? They said, no, these are Talibans. So Allah put it in my mind. This was a pure Christian school. You know, they had idols that they have, little pictures and portraits and so on. I said, you know, to be very honest with you, we follow the prophets. And you know, I don't want to use the Prophet Muhammad's example because you don't believe in him. We are talking now to Christians. But I want to tell you, when I walk in the streets of Harare, Harare is the capital of Zimbabwe, where I come from. When I walk in the streets of Harare, the small boys, they say, Jesu. You know what is Jesu? Jesus. Says, there is Jesus walking. But when they see your priest, they don't say that. Are you following what I'm saying? When they see your priest, they don't say, there is Jesus walking. I say, but why? The reason is, we follow Jesus as well. I did not see Jesus without a beard. Anyway, I saw him with robe, and you drew the picture. I don't even believe that that is the proper picture, because we are not allowed to make those pictures. But you drew the picture. According to your picture, I have got a beard. I look closer to him than any one of you. So they were quiet. So one other girl thought she was clever. So she said, but what about your women? Why are they also covered? You cover them. You know, this question comes up all the time. So I said, because we follow the Mother Mary. Finished. Closed. Topic closed. Topic closed. Our women are closer dressed to what Christianity teaches than the Christians themselves. We are purer in Christianity than the Christians themselves, because look at the dress code, look at the morals, look at the conducts, look at how strictly we follow the 10 commandments, look at how we would like to, you know, stop certain things from happening and so on. And every little while they find it creeping in. The church sometimes will allow homosexuality, they will allow, it changes. They change it in order to get more people to follow. With us, even if no one is following, the deen will remain. And still there will be people who will follow. So let us remember, when you want to think of answers and when you have discussed, you will have the answers.
I thought that was really good. Yeah, I did.
Did you like the answer that he gave
Yes,
to them?
I know. I've never heard that before. Never.
Yeah.
I've never heard that. Well, that's the reason why.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people that don't know enough, including myself, you know, I know more now because of you, you know, telling me everything that you know about it. And even when you learn more and then you've got more to tell me, and it's never ending, isn't it?
Yeah,
really?
I don't think I'll ever know everything.
That is such a good answer, and nobody can argue with it, can they?
They can't. Because even, so you know in Islam that we believe that you can't draw any of the prophets because we never seen them in real life, so we can't draw a picture of them, because whatever our mind could come up with isn't going to be near enough as good as you know, the real thing. So even when it comes to other prophets like Jesus, we still wouldn't draw him. But then in like the Catholic churches, obviously they have a lot of statues and things, so every time they do draw him, he has a beard. It's not a thing where Christians always have a beard, whereas in Islam the men are more encouraged to have a beard if you're a Muslim man. So you'll notice a lot of Muslims, like say like Mufti Menk, all the scholars that you see, they all have a big beard.
Why is that? Is that because that's more natural, because it grows on their faces anyway?
So like he said there, like the prophets did, it's not haram to shave it off, but encouraged, I would say, is the word.
Right.
It's encouraged for men. Then when it comes to wearing the hijab, a lot of people will try and say, oh, the women are oppressed, why are you making them dress like that? And even Christians will say that, but if they look at Mary, the mother of Jesus, she wore the hijab. So we are following in the footsteps of Mary. And actually in the UK 100 years ago, all the women used to wear a scarf over their head.
Yeah, I think it's so prevalent in the west of the world, whereas they have become dress
Immodestly.
very scantily, don't they?
Yeah, and it's really in the last 100 years. Like women back then, even if they weren't Muslim, they were fully covered. And nowadays it's like a competition with how much little clothes you can wear. Did you see Kanye West at the Grammy Awards with his wife?
No.
She took off her jacket and she was wearing a dress that was completely see-through. You seen her entire body. It was as if she was just stood there completely naked. And that's what fashion has come to these days.
If your husband can't say, you know, and you can only say it nicely as well to the wife, say that is not acceptable.
But if you watch the videos, you can see that he's kind of whispering to her. It looks like he's trying to force her to take it off, and she feels uncomfortable. So she looks like she's made to do it. But that's what fashion has come to these days, where they think that is okay, but they think wearing the hijab is oppression.
I know.
And it's so backwards when people think like that.
Well, you notice other people wearing scarves because you do. And I don't think twice about you wearing one, and it always makes me smile because you know I could look at you and look at this person coming towards us, and you're all smiling. You're always smiling. I mean, there might be miserable Muslims, but I've never come across one.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you know that's because the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said that it's sunnah. So sunnah is everything that we should try and do in our daily lives, and one of the things is to smile.
Yeah.
And that's actually a form of charity, is to smile at people.
How many times have I said to you when we were away again, we go to some countries that we think, oh, they're not as happy. I always say to you, I'm going to see if I can make them smile just by smiling at them. And sometimes it's impossible.
So you know Mufti Menk, he's from Zimbabwe.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's where he's from. So that's really interesting. He went to that Christian school, and I like the fact as well that the girl thought that she was being smart and saying to him, oh, but why are your women always covered up? And in one word answer, well, what about Mary? We actually follow Mary better than the Christians do themselves. And then there's nothing you can say back to that.
That's so good, isn't it? On TikTok, I saw a video and it said that the top 5 countries in Europe that wear the headscarf. And would you believe, well, I don't know where the source comes from, but would you believe which country has the most?
France?
Yes.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that, and yet they tried to stop people wearing.
Yeah, they're so strict. But I actually watched a video recently, you might have seen it on my channel, where the top 10 countries in Europe that have the fastest conversion rate, and number 1 was France.
Yeah, and number 2 is
UK.
Yeah, you know. So it must have been a good source then. Must have been a good source.
Well, I've added 1 to the UK total.
I know, you've helped them. I was shocked when it was France.
Yeah.
I think 3rd was Germany, I think. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you've heard that as well. There's
I've
only
seen
top
that,
5 though. Do you ever slightly forget that you're going to put a scarf on before you go out, or does it never happen since you started using one?
Yeah, never. Yeah. Even if I go out to the bins, never has it ever slipped my mind. I always make sure I'm covered, because it actually feels like, for me, as if I've not put on my pair of trousers or something and I'm gone out naked. It doesn't feel right.
I thought maybe at the beginning you might have forgotten. Or...
No, never.
And do you ever feel uncomfortable in the scarf you've chosen to wear and you're out and about?
Yeah, sometimes. Like, you can absolutely have a bad hijab day. It's the exact same as having a bad hair day. Some days you just won't sit right.
Like me, I have many of them. You know now anyway, because you've got an array of them, haven't you?
Yeah.
And you just, is there some that you think, I can't wear that one anymore because it's just not right on my head?
I got some when I first started that had like the undercap. So, you know, like here I've got the cap underneath.
Yeah.
I put that on and then I put the scarf on top. top, but I got ones that were built in when I first started wearing it to make it a bit easier, and now I don't wear them ones at all.
No, because you prefer...
I just prefer just doing it myself now, and I don't like to have pins or anything, and I just literally just
because you used to have pins.
Yeah, when I first started, because see, when you first start, you've never put it on your head before, you're trying all these crazy different ways, you're making it so difficult for yourself, but I don't like pins, I don't like anything, just throw it on.
You probably think as well, you want to make sure it's secure. Not only are you doing what Mary would do, but you're also just having fun with it as well.
I think it's important to make it enjoyable, because I always say to people, if you're thinking about starting to wear the hijab, buy different colours, fun prints, things like that, match it with your outfits, make it a bit fun, because if it's going to be something that's just boring all the time, it's going to be more difficult.
It's like a piece of clothing. If you buy something and you think you're going to use that a lot and you don't, and you fall out of love with it, don't you?
Yeah.
But I think if I was to wear a scarf, I think I'd just have to be black. And whenever you put a black one on, I always think it looks so nice, you know. It does look
I feel
nice,
like 'cause I'm quite pale, it kind of washes me out a bit.
Yeah, I just love black, don't I?
Well, thank you guys so much for watching. If there's any videos you would like me and my mum to watch, then please leave a comment below, and inshallah we will get round to watching it. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next video, inshallah.
Bye. Thank you.